Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Okay, Anita, Denise, you all say yes, you can hear me. My screen is just flashing, which is bizarre, but I'm seeing you on. Okay, Anita, Denise, you all say yes. Okay, so fantastic. It looks like I figured it out. No sound again. Not. Thank you guys for. Okay, good. Shoo, see, I'm not alone. There's 15 of you, but for some reason my screen is flashing all sorts of funky. So if I miss your comments, just bear with me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Study Hall. So just in case this is the first time you're joining us, it's normally a little bit smoother because Tony's here, the producer, making sure all the buttons are clicked in the right order. Your boy clearly messed that up, but that's all right. I think we're on track. So every Saturday at 9-ish, we have a study hall and we talk about all things classes, events, charity sewing, specials, everything that we can think of to talk to you about education, mainly at both of our locations. So on Saturdays at 9 a.m., it's the education. And on Mondays for So What's Up, we kind of try to do a little bit more tips and tricks and showing new fabric and things. So anyway, welcome. I'm going to go over a few things. Oh, wait, can you hear me now still? Oh, no. Okay, yeah, we're good. You guys scared me. I'm getting delayed. I'm going to go over a couple things, and then we have a special guest. We have a new Sewing for Charity organization. And as I always say, I do my best to try to talk about these organizations. They usually do it better when we can hear from them, hear about the organization from them themselves. So Melissa's here to hang out with me. The one thing I want to mention to you guys is Memorial Day weekend, actual Memorial Day hours. We are open. A lot of people, I guess, thought we closed. We don't close for Memorial Day. In fact, we crank it up and have Memorial Day sales, which is even better. So it gives you a reason to come in and hang out with us because we know you're not working. So there's no excuses. Those sales have not been announced yet, but I am just letting you know we are definitely open on Memorial Day. Good morning, Tony. On my way to St. Augustine. Fantastic. Well, drive safe. I hope you're just listening and not watching while you're in the car. And I don't know why I can't see everybody on here. This is getting wonky. So I'm just going to have to look at my phone. So bear with me. But good morning. I see you, Bonnie and Linda and Nancy and Jody and Pat and all right, the whole crew. All right. Well, Melissa, why don't you come on over because this is just going to keep flashing on us. Okay. So we're just going to rock and roll.
All right.
Welcome.
Hello.
So hello.
Thanks for having me.
So we've been doing, and you guys know this, Sewing for Charity parties where we sew for different organizations since we took over the shop 3 years ago. So when I had told you I had heard about, Live Like Cameron in your organization through Mike, but I never got a chance to actually meet you until the Bold Ladies event.
Yes.
And so I immediately snagged you. I was like, can we do some sort of sewing? And I think you were immediately on board.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, and again, like I said, I tried to do my best to describe your organization, but I'd really love it if you kind of just tell them what is Live Like Cameron and as much as you'd like to share.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically Live Like Cameron was started in memory of my son, Cameron, who battled cancer for 7 years. Unfortunately, he passed away from brain cancer. So we were inspired through Cameron to start Live Like Cameron. Basically, also the community inspired us as well. And we wanted to give back to other children battling cancer and, kind of our way to say thank you to everybody that helped us as well.
That's amazing.
So our goal with Live Like Cameron is to help our families here in Flagler County financially. And we also do what we call bags of hope, which
Yeah.
are bags we bring to the children that are battling in the hospital. One of the things that we really love to do, which was inspired by Cameron, was give them new sheets and blankets, because my son hated the hospital sheets
The
and blankets.
hospital sheets.
More so than what he went through. He hated the sheets.
Oh,
So, and he spent a lot of time in the hospital. So
sure.
we like to give the kids new sheets and blankets. We give them comfortable pajamas, things to do, their favorite snacks.
Nice.
And we base it off of their, hobbies and things they like.
Fantastic. So how often do you bring these
It's gotten
baskets?
Well, I do every holiday. We
Okay.
make around 50 bags every holiday.
Nice.
But when I get requests from the hospital, it's gotten to the point now where it's almost every week. I get
Wow.
requests.
That's one of those things with these. It's amazing that we have this community that does come out and they'll donate their time and skills and
Yes.
efforts.
Yes.
But it's so sad that there's constantly a need.
Yeah, I know. It keeps growing.
I know. It's
Unfortunately.
heartbreaking.
I know.
And I'll just speak on the people that I know. The community here is so strong and they're so giving. So,
Yes.
and you yourself, it's amazing that you and your family, you're doing this. It's fantastic. How long have you been? How long has Live Like Cameron, this organization, been?
So Cameron passed away 8 years ago, and we started it almost immediately after he passed away. So
Wow.
we're almost at 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, we knew right away, just because the community was so good to us. I mean, complete strangers giving us donations and, emotional support. They always had things for Cameron to do and made him feel special. So
That's wonderful.
So yeah, that really inspired us. And of course, Cameron inspired me as well, because he was such a positive little guy.
That's amazing. And it's not easy, I'm sure, but the fact that you've turned something like that into something so positive and helping other people, kudos to you. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
So,
I appreciate it.
so when I met Melissa, we were trying to think, what can we do? Because I saw the bag that you had, and I was like, okay, we can't really make sheets and things like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so, we're kind of pros at the pillowcase thing.
That's
And so I
amazing.
think, and it
Yeah.
goes right in with, the kids are in the hospital. And
Yeah,
so this is fantastic. So
yeah.
this Saturday, the 24th. What day is today? My days are all
I believe it's next Saturday.
next Saturday, I think. Yeah.
Not today.
Today.
Today's
Today's Saturday.
A week
So
from
a week
today.
from today, right?
Yes.
The 24th is our next Sewing for Charity party. We're sewing for Live Like Cameron. We're making pillowcases.
Yes, I'm really excited about that.
And the same thing that we kind of always do when we make the pillowcases. These are for children. At age, do they vary?
It ranges from literally tiny babies to even 20-year-olds.
Okay.
So it's a big range.
So, and you had even asked, do we do themed pillowcases? And the theme is obviously positive,
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
fun. It can be kid fabric, kid themed fabric, sure, but also, just the bright stuff. Not this, yes, this. Okay, this is beautiful, but not for the kiddos. So same thing. You guys kind of know how we do this. So just the difference is we don't have kits this time. So we're asking that you guys can bring fabric, donate fabric, because this isn't something you guys normally do.
No.
So you don't get a stash of fabric.
No, I don't have any fabric.
Right. Don't worry, we got fabric.
Okay.
Trust me, we got fabric, don't we?
Yeah, usually I have to buy everything, so this is great.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Make sure I'm not missing any questions. Please bring fabric or pick something out of our. Yes, we do have a $5 sale fabric rack at both locations. What a perfect place. And there's a lot of fun fabric. Perfect place to grab some if you don't have any. I bet you have some. I know you have some. In fact, we talk about it all the time. Use what you have to make room for all the new fabric that you're going to come and
There
get
you
from
go.
us. But we want you to use what you have. And this is such a perfect opportunity. I see now Melissa brought some information for us. This is I guess just a flyer
Just
about
a
the
basic
organization.
flyer, yes.
So we'll have this, and I'm going to bring some to St. Augustine as well next week. So we'll have this here in the stores if you'd like to learn more about how you can get involved. And then it looks like here there's a wish list.
Yes, this is the items that we put in our bags of hope.
Yeah.
Those are
So
for the newly diagnosed patients.
for newly diagnosed patients, there you go.
Yep. And we also have holiday bags that we do every holiday. And those are different wish lists, but I don't we do have 4th of July coming up, but I have not made the wish list yet.
Okay. But a lot of this is so fantastic. So, and I think you and I at Mike at Good Vibes, I believe he has, I don't know if it's a year-round donation box,
he's
but is it
drop-off
a
location.
drop-off location?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Fantastic. So, where else are drop-off locations in Palm Coast area? I put you on the spot.
Yes,
Sorry.
you did, because I kind of asked them when the time
Okay.
comes.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Drop them off. You can give them to me, and I'll take them to Good Vibes.
I will also pick up. We have volunteers who will pick up.
Okay, fantastic. So we have these lists. I don't know how well you were able to see it, but I just wanted you guys to know that. Well, and I know that a lot of you love being involved, especially since you're local, and I mean that's awesome. So we have these here, and feel free to come in. And if you have questions, or if you watch this after the fact, feel free to put it in the comments. I may not know the answer, but I know how to get a hold of Melissa, and we can get you the answer. So you guys are always amazing and supporting everything that we throw at you. So we're just going to do it one more time for something new, which is fantastic. Yeah.
And we always say our goal is to bring comfort and joy. So those pillowcases will do
comfort and joy.
Yeah,
that's perfect. And honestly, this is something that is very easy for us, because you should see what these folks sew.
Okay.
I mean, they're making these masterpieces, and so pillowcase, they're like, we whip them out, but we love doing it. We really do. So again, Saturday, the 24th here in Palm Coast is the Sewing for Charity Party, Live Like Cameron. We do ask that you register. I know obviously there's no fee. It's charity. We want you to come, but it just gives us an idea of how many people and how many chairs and that sort of thing that we need to prepare for. And if it's a last minute thing and you didn't register, still come. You know how it works. And if you don't have time to sew, there's always something you can do. You can either cheer us on, you can iron, you can cut. We'll find something for you to do. So, and then before I let you go,
okay,
we had briefly mentioned, Toni did, and we kind of talked about just a little heads up. In September, we're going to be doing something really fun. At least I think it's fun, because I like anytime that something's new. You have a is it called a fun run or
a 5K?
A 5K,
but it's also a fun run walk. It's
fun.
Not
you don't
a
have to
serious
run.
Yes.
Okay, a mosey, but with capes on. So like the idea is that you're again raising money for the Live Like Cameron.
Yeah, this run is specifically just for the families in Flagler County. All the money goes to them.
Right, and you said it was the 21st of September.
21st, yes.
So they normally, purchase the capes for the kiddos to wear, which is just fun and how great. So we're going to do a little charity drive of our own, and we're going to make capes for as many people as we can. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm there running and my son has a cape, well, I'm feeling left out. I want a cape too. So we're going to figure out the pattern, and if you'll bring me one, we can probably just So just put that on your, in your mind, on your radar. And hey, if you have the time, which I'm sure you do, on the 21st, you can go to Town Center and support that way.
That would be amazing. And most of the kids come out, so we get to introduce them and share their stories. So
wonderful.
It's really inspiring.
That's awesome. Yes, Sherry Muth will be there to help out. Thank you, Sherry. We really, really appreciate that. I don't think I see any questions. Does any, let's see, can you load the list on Facebook or have it included in your email? Yes, we can do that, Denise. She's talking about this list here.
Okay. So we also have a website that has all the information as well.
Give them the website.
So our website is livelikecameron.org, and it has our wish list and all our upcoming events and pictures and stuff like that.
Perfect.
You can learn more.
Livelikecameron.org.
Yes.
There you go. But Denise, honestly, this would be easy for us I could probably just scan it or snap a photo of it and share it as well. So thank you for asking. I don't think there was any other questions, but again, if you're watching this and it's not live, you can still ask those questions. I know how to get a hold of her, so we can get you the answers. And I know almost all of you want to be a part of helping. And so this is just another way to do so.
Well, I appreciate it.
No, of course.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Thank you.
All right. You are free to go. You can sit here and listen to me blab if you want, but I'm not going to be offended if you run out the door.
Well, thank
but
you.
Leave all this stuff for me.
I would love to listen to you, but I do have to get ready for this prom that I was telling you about.
Oh, prom?
Yeah.
That sounds more fun than listening to me.
Well, it's prom at the hospital for the children that can't attend prom.
Prom at the hospital.
Yeah, we're making bags for them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
All right. Have a good day.
Yeah, take care. All right. And I don't know what's going on with the computer, but it is just since the beginning, and I apologize for the rocky start. It threw me off my game, you guys. I've just got a blank screen, so I'm going to have to do the old school look at my phone to look at your comments. So I don't think I missed anybody. I think I saw everything. So anyway, that was really nice that Melissa came to do that. This is an organization that I've known about just through my buddy Mike, who owns Good Vibes Nutrition. And I just never thought that it was something we could do as far as sewing. But then we met her and I thought, what an awesome opportunity. So I'm excited to do that. Again, the 24th, and it's all day. You guys know how we do it. So let's see. What do we got next? I mentioned Memorial Day hours. We are open on Memorial Day, so nothing is changing other than there's going to be a special Memorial Day Monday only sale, and I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, mainly because I haven't figured it out. But also we keep it for a surprise. We got to keep you in suspense. So Fat Quarter Fridays is not a secret because it's been on and rocking. So our Fat Quarters, we don't talk about them enough, and we've been wanting to do a Fat Quarter Friday for a bazillion since I've gotten here, basically. But we figured it out, and now it's on. Some people have taken advantage of it. At least when I'm in St. Augustine on Friday, I know people that come in and say, "Where are your Fat Quarters? I got the email, or I saw the whatever." So just remember, every Friday is Fat Quarter Friday. For now, at least. We may end up spreading it out, but for now, it's every Friday. Fat Quarters are only $3. And that is the Fat Quarters that are already cut. So we're not, does that make sense? The ones that are already cut and on the Fat Quarter rack. We're not going to go cut 15 Fat Quarters for you. Nice try, though. I don't blame you. But so Fat Quarter Fridays on and rocking. By the way, Toni was nice enough, even though she's not here, she gave me a whole giant list of things to chat about. And I don't know if I'm going to get through all of them, but I really wanted to make sure I gave Melissa enough time to talk about Live Like Cameron. That was number one on the list of importance. Another sale that we've been kind of going on because it started for Mother's Day and then we kind of extended that is right now, if you purchase a new machine, if it's over $1,000, you get a $100 gift card. Free money. Hello. And I know a lot of you have been coming in and sitting down and doing some demos and you're thinking about pulling the trigger. Well, do it quick because you get an extra $100, which you can use towards anything. So that's a no-brainer. Also, I think we have it if it's over $500, you get $50, something like that. So anyway, if you're in the market for a new machine, make sure you come in and take advantage of that, which is great. Let me keep looking. Thanks for all the thumbs up and hearts. I forgot to ask you guys to do that, but you did it anyway. Fantastic. 25 days of so much fun Advent box. So we dropped this on you guys not that long ago. And I'll be honest with you, I think we have only half left. And remember, there was only 20 spots available for this. So it's an Advent box. So 25 surprises, 25 days, pure sewing joy. It's valued at over $500, but the cost is only $225. So basically, when it comes to December, you're going to have a gift to open from Cut Up and Sew for the first 25 days, all the way up until Christmas, unless you're one of those people that saves it and opens it all on Christmas, Carrie, or if you're one of those people that, like me, can't wait and you open it all day one. Regardless, I'm excited about this. There's a lot of really fun and unique gifts that are going to be in there. It's really, really cool and useful things. We're not just going to throw a bunch of cutesy things at you. We want you to be able to open something that you're going to then use. So that was the goal. And I'm excited. But because there was only 20 spots available, I think that means there's only 10 now. So because I think I said there's half when I looked last time. So if you're interested in this, make sure you pre-order it ASAP. And the deadline, technically, if we don't, I don't think it's going to make it this long, to be honest with you. But by the end, let's see, January, what is the last, or not January, July 31st, that is when the payment has to be in. That's kind of the deadline to get you set up to receive the box in December, or technically the end of November. So if you have questions, feel free to call us. I'll hold it up one more time. There is a QR code that you might be able to screenshot and use. If not, just come in and see us. All right, check that one off. It's hard to wait 25 days when it's staring at you. Didn't you wait 25 days though? I think you got one of these and you didn't open any of them until Christmas Day, which the self-control that you have is insane. That wouldn't have happened for me. Something I forgot to mention when Melissa was here, our Sewing for Charity party is on the 24th, but also Fred, our scissor sharpener, is going to be here. It's been I don't know how many months, but it's been long enough that I know you need some scissors and pinking shears sharpened. So don't forget, on the 24th here in Palm Coast, bring your stuff to get sharpened. He usually comes in by the time we open and he's here for most of the day. If you can't make it that day, feel free to come and drop your scissors off. He can sharpen them for you, and then we will call you when they're done. I almost forgot. Thanks for Tony's cheat sheet, though. I didn't. Okay. Special guest, we already did that. I jumped around. 25 days of Advent. Okay, so special teachers coming. We have a lot of special teachers coming. I'm only going to focus on, well, for now, I'm going to talk about Mary McCarthy because she's a garment sewing expert, and you guys have been asking for garment education, and we're giving it to you. So now you got to sign up for it. That's the deal. We'll keep providing the educators as long as you guys keep signing up. So Mary McCarthy, June 13th, which is not that far away. June 13th is an alterations all-day workshop in St. Augustine. Awesome, Denise. Fantastic. I'm excited. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, okay, fantastic. That's great, Denise. I'm glad you got in. So that workshop, again, June 13th in St. Augustine is an alterations workshop, and I can count 5 people off the top of my head that have been asking for alterations classes. Mary is fantastic. We've had her here before in Palm Coast. We've had her on the live before. Well, maybe, Tony, we can get her to do kind of a spontaneous impromptu live just one more time. Mary's fantastic. This is what she does for a living. She travels around. She lives in Florida, which is nice, but she travels around and teaches garment education. So high-level education. She's just a sweet human being. She's a pleasure to be around, but the knowledge that she has is incredible. So make sure if you're looking for an alterations workshop, you sign up for in St. Augustine. All right. So that's on June 13th. On June 14th is a bodice fit all day workshop in Palm Coast. So we got back-to-back Mary, but we're doing St. Augustine and then Palm Coast. So again, 13th is alterations, 14th is bodice fit, and they're both all day workshops. She is what we call a specialty educator because she comes in from out of state usually, but she's actually coming from in-state, but she comes from out of town just to spend basically 1 or 2 days with us. And so that's limited, and we don't get that as often as we'd like. And so we want to make sure you guys take advantage of that. If you have questions or if you would like a better description of the class, because I didn't do a very good job, I just basically told you what it was, go to cutupandsew.com and go to the calendar, the St. Augustine calendar, June 13th, and then the Palm Coast calendar, June 14th. And there's a really nice description of the class and everything that should, that you would want to learn or want to know. So, okay, good. Yeah, I would love to get her on the live. Because again, just like having Melissa here, clearly I don't do the greatest job describing all these things. I do my best, but it's always nice when we can hear from the source directly. All right, and then kids classes. Again, cutupandsew.com/kids.classes, or just go to the website and look. We got a lot of them. And when I say a lot of them, we got a lot of them. And it's really fun the way that we've done it this year. I mean, it's all about kids, right? I mean, that new generation of sewers is so important. So, but we have 3 different stages. And I know a lot of you have heard about this, but if this is new to you, fantastic. If you've heard about it, keep us in mind when you're talking to your friends who have kids, or you see your neighbors with kids, or at church, you know. And if you would like one of these flyers to post somewhere, I would love to be able to give you one. We need your help reaching the little ones in the community so that we can help that grow. But there's different stages. There's beginner, there's confident stitcher, and then there's the skilled sewist. So the nice thing about that is there's so many classes that I know we had the Girl Scouts here, and one of the little girls still felt that she was a beginner, and I could probably agree with that. So she's going to start off with a stage 1, but she really wants to do the skirt with the pockets, which is a stage 3. So I said, well, fantastic. Take the stage 1, then do a stage 2, then do a stage 3, and then just work your way up. So that way we can keep growing their knowledge and hopefully keep them excited about sewing. This is awesome. So share, share, share. 15 classes for kids. Yeah, it's going to be great. St. Augustine. I'm going to kind of do this lightning fast because it's already been 30 minutes. But in St. Augustine, it's a month of getting to know Carrie, for sure. We got a lot of Carrie because honestly, Carrie has a lot of knowledge, but she's very passionate about a handful of things, mainly sergers, embroidery and AccuQuilt, and quilting because she just got a new quilting machine. Carrie's just passionate about sewing. But we've got a lot of workshops with Carrie, which is really awesome that she's been available to do this. So on the 20th, May 20th, Sit and Sew with Carrie. It starts at 1. It's all about finishing projects that you're working on, and Carrie's there to give you some advice and education and help, or just hang out with you. Make a new friend. May 22nd, Flat Lock T-shirt class with Carrie. Unfortunately, I don't have samples here. We do have samples at both of the locations. So this is St. Augustine, remember. But again, go to the website, and when you look at the class, there's always an image of the project. So May 22nd, Flat Lock T-shirt class with Carrie. May 27th and 28th is an AccuQuilt mini retreat workshop with Carrie. So that's actually really cool. We know that you guys love AccuQuilt here in Palm Coast. I know that you guys love AccuQuilt in St. Augustine and Jacksonville as well, but there hasn't been as many classes and opportunities for you to come together and learn and grow that AccuQuilt community. So we're trying to bring that to you guys, which is really nice. So that's May 27th and 28th, AccuQuilt mini retreat workshop. I can just read this, actually. I think this is important. I'm gonna read this. Ready to get more from your AccuQuilt or curious about how it can transform your quilting process? Join us for a fun and supportive 2-day mini retreat style workshop designed to help you build confidence and creativity with your AccuQuilt system. Well, there you go. Let's see here. And the flyer is on the website for anybody. Thank you for putting that in there, Tony, for the kids' classes. All of our information is on the website, but some people just like to come in and chat. Please do so. And remember, so far, I'm just talking about the St. Augustine classes. So the 27th, 28th, mini AccuQuilt retreat. Let's see here. Day 1, you bring your cutter, your favorite pattern, and your fabric. Day 2, you bring your sewing machine and you start piecing your project together. So that's hands-on. That is literally what we know you guys have been asking for. You want to do a project, you have this AccuQuilt, either you just got it or you haven't dusted it off in a while. Well, this is a perfect opportunity to get it out, use it, and then the cool part is the day 2, you're actually going to make and finish the project, or at least hopefully finish the project. Depends how big it is, I guess. So that's great. 27th and 28th. May 29th is a sit and serge. So another opportunity to work with your serger and just experience a very passionate serger educator. Carrie loves the serger. She makes quilts and t-shirt quilts and bags and tie bags, and I don't know what you don't make with a serger, actually, Carrie. She makes everything with a serger, which is awesome. Which, again, with these easy thread, air thread sergers, you're not limited. Since it's so easy to thread them, now all you got to do is use them, which is the fun part. So make sure you're taking advantage. Those of you that have the sergers, it's not just for garment sewing. It's not just for finishing a little edge. You can do so many things. So this is a great opportunity to grow that serger knowledge. That was on the 29th, the sit and serge. June 4th, I jumped ahead a little bit, is our serger squad, which is the the monthly club that meets in St. Augustine, and it is all things serger. Um, I can't even describe exactly how our clubs work because they change. But the whole idea of all of our clubs is to get you meeting people with like-minded interests, but just inspired, motivated to use whatever it is that they're talking about. So for the Serger Squad on June 4th, the idea is to get you excited about using your Serger and give you tips and tricks, and then have a show and tell and open it up to, because it's a club, so everybody has a say in kind of like what they do and what they talk about. Speaking of clubs, on June 7th is a Hoopapalooza Club, which is our embroidery club in St. Augustine. And that's been going awesome. I've seen some of the show and tells. And again, Farron and Irene and Judy what a wealth of knowledge. It's a powerhouse team is what it is. So make sure you take advantage of that, especially if you are new to embroidery, or maybe you're thinking about getting an embroidery machine and you just need some motivation. What an opportunity to go in and see what people are doing with embroidery machines. What are they making? And that club, by the way, none of our clubs are brand specific. So even though we sell Bernina, Janome, and Baby Lock, none of our clubs are brand specific. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a 500-year-old singer, you should come to this club. Well, if it has an embroidery machine, or if you're looking about getting embroidery. But you see what I'm saying? Come to the clubs. It's not about a specific technique on a different brand. I just wanted to mention that. We can do cover stitch too. So when we say sergers, thank you for mentioning that, Carrie. I'm not just talking about a 4-thread overlock, we're talking about sergers, cover stitch machines, overlock machines, Bernina machines, Baby Lock. It doesn't matter. If it's a serger, that's the club for you. I mean, the Applaud, which is the newest Baby Lock cover stitch, that's all it does is a cover stitch. That's the club for you. So anyway, thank you for mentioning that, Carrie. I appreciate that. Clubs, sharing ideas. There you go, Denise. That's exactly it. Sharing ideas from each other. Ooh, that's a great idea. I never thought about that. And then you're going to go home and apply that. Fantastic. Okay, June 19th and 20th is a Summer Scrap Bash. Summer Scrap Bash. This is a very unique workshop hosted by Toni and Carrie in both locations at the same time. But wait, and on Zoom. So we're making this one so available no matter where you are. St. Augustine, Palm Coast, or sitting at home on the couch. You can join in on this. Summer Scrap Bash. So I'm going to read this because it's very unique. Cool off and get creative this summer with our 2-day mini retreat focused on organizing, swapping, and sewing your fabric scraps. We always talk about it. In fact, we just said it a minute ago. Use what you got. And a scrap swap. We've been talking about doing that for a while, so that's awesome that this is on here. The event will be held in St. Augustine, hosted by Carrie, and in Palm Coast, hosted by Toni, and then virtually, obviously by Zoom. You can join in from wherever you're at. So I'm excited about that. Day 1 is all about sorting, cutting, and prepping your scraps. Day 2, bring your sewing machine and use those newly organized scraps. I think you're going to create 2 to 3 fun, fast, functional mini projects like a zipper pouch, key fob. Whether you're drowning in scraps or just looking for summer inspiration, this event is your perfect mid-year refresh. Bonus, optional donations collected for charity projects. Fantastic. And there is limited space. Obviously, for the in-person, very limited space. So make sure you register for that today, like right now. No, wait till I'm done and then go do it. But do it soon. That's fun. I'm excited about that. Morning, Tris. All right. That's it for St. Augustine for today. There's a lot. We've got a lot of stuff planned, and you guys are going to start seeing things that we're already about to put stuff in for September and October. Nina's coming back. Woo! Yeah, so we're thinking way ahead. That's why we do this every Saturday. All right, I'm switching gears to Palm Coast, May 23rd and 30th, Social Stitching with Toni. It's basically a VIP sit and sew. How awesome is that? Work on any sewing product, sewing or quilting project Enjoy exclusive make it and take it's, mini projects to get inspired, and again, to use up those scraps. Ask for, let's see here. I don't need to read that. This is a perfect opportunity to bring something that you're stuck on or something that you're having trouble with or struggling with, because Tony's there and everyone else in the room, in the class, is there to give you some ideas to help you through that. So it can be something you may just want to sit and hang out with your friends, which is perfectly great, but you may just need a little help or a little advice or whatever, suggestions. And what a perfect opportunity to do so. And a social stitching with Toni, that this is what she does. This is her wheelhouse. So that means it's going to be a party. It's going to be fun. And I love that the make and take it. That gives you kind of, if you don't have a project you're working on, no worries. You can show up and surprise, you got something to work on. So that's exciting. And I love that we're doing a lot of this. Use your scraps, swap with friends, meet new friends, use what you have. I love that we have that kind of theme going on right now. It's great. Date on that class again, that's Zoom. Tris, the summer scrap bash is June 19th and 20th. Yep, June 19th and 20th, summer scrap bash. And we put it on Zoom just for you, and for you, Jody, and Pat, and who else does Zoom? Anyway, we're trying to meet new friends, which, by the way, I didn't ask you to do this earlier. Perfect timing, Angelina, who's one of our friends who's not local. Share the lives, share the information with friends, whether it's your friends from up north or wherever, because now with technology, I can talk to you guys anywhere. And with these Zoom classes, people are starving for community and things to do, and so we're trying to provide that opportunity. So make sure you're sharing with friends, please. And good point, Toni. On the website, Toni has added a third calendar link, if you will. So you've got Palm Coast classes, St. Augustine classes, and then Zoom classes. And if you go to that Zoom class link or navigation tab, if you just click on it, it'll bring up the calendar with only Zoom classes. So Tris, that'd be a perfect place for you to kind of go and look ahead. All right, focus, squirrel. The 23rd and 30th is the VIP Sit and Sew with Toni. May 20th is our Bag Lady Club. Again, lots of bag makers looking for inspiration and what to do next. That's the club for you, all about bags. May 20th, Sewing 101. So all you new sewers, and I have met a lot of people recently, and it might have something to do with the fact that Joann's is closing. I don't know. Who knows? Again, I feel that's a little bittersweet, but hey, if it's bringing new people to us, then it's definitely more sweet than bitter, in my opinion. But Sewing 101 is the perfect class for someone who just really wants to start getting into this industry, but they're not sure where to start. They don't know how to operate their machine, or they don't have a machine yet. You take that Sewing 101 class, then you have the basics. Now you can go look at our calendar and start having fun. Because once you know how to use your machine, nothing's going to hold you back. May 21st, Baby Lock University. This is IQ Designer Part 1. So Part 2 is in June. So May 21st, and I don't know how many spots are available. Just keep in mind, IQ Designer, this is not for the people who have not mastered your embroidery machine. So if you do not know how to navigate your machine, it's a new machine to you, and you're not able to very easily just embroider and use the machine to sew or whatever, don't sign up for this class. This is definitely an advanced class, but if you have mastered your embroidery machine, you have IQ Design and you've never touched it, this is the class for that. So it is an advanced class, but it is the beginner IQ Designer class. I hope that makes sense. And most of you that have IQ Designer machines, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is part 1 of 2 for the IQ Design portion. And again, call us if you're not sure if you fit into that category. But for the most part, if you can embroider stuff on your machine with no problems, but you haven't touched IQ Design, or you want some more education on IQ, that is the class for you. Dang it, I had my grandson on Friday. Hey, you know, family first. That's what I always say. But dang it is right. All right, May 27th, Serger Fan Club. Again, Serger Club. Any serger, all sergers, cover stitch, overlocker, doesn't matter. Sign up for it. Meet some friends who also have sergers and want to learn more about it. May 28th is the Palm Coast Embroidery Club called the Hump Day Hoopers. June 2nd, Sewing 101 morning and semi-private class with Karen. Again, that's Sewing 101. We offer that every month because it's so important to, well, it's important to offer that because we do have new people moving here constantly into both locations. And they need to get that basic knowledge before they can start playing with the rest of you. June 6th, 13th, 27th is an advanced paper piecing with Joanne, making Polish Star by Quiltworks. So that was June 6th, 13th, and the 27th, advanced paper piecing with Joanne. That's awesome. We know some of you have dabbled in paper piecing. And I think that I've learned that when they say paper piecing, that means with a machine. We're not talking about EPP, not English paper piecing. We're talking about paper piecing with your sewing machine, foundation paper piecing. And I've seen people dabble with it. This is an opportunity to step up your skills and take it to that next level. So that's fantastic. And I love that it's 3 sessions. That means you get a lot of hands-on time, a lot of education with Joanne, and you'll really be able to grow those skills. So that's great. All right, and the last thing on my list is something I already said, but I'm going to say it again just because it's awesome. And that was the June 19th and 20th Summer Scrap Bash, because it's available in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and at home for you via Zoom. So I did it. Only 43 minutes later. I don't see any questions popping up, so I must have been so thorough that no one had any questions. Fantastic. But if you do have questions, again, and it's not live, please ask them. We do go back and look at this. I will get your question. Feel free to call us, or again, most of this information is available at cutupandsew.com. Just click on the class and all that information is there. And as always, just call us. You know how to find us. 2 locations. We're easy to get a hold of. Please reach out. I don't want you to ever be frustrated. I know we throw a lot of stuff at you guys via email, soon to be getting via text, via Facebook, YouTube, who knows? So it's a lot, but it's because we have a lot. It's because we're having fun, and we want you guys to be a part of that. So I think that's everything. Just don't forget the 25 days of Advent, the 25 days of so much fun Advent box. It's halfway gone. So there's only, I guess I'm going to say 10. It may not even be 10, but these are almost gone. So if you want one of these, if you're really interested, get it ASAP. And I love that that's going to be gone because it's the first time we've done it. And just by the looks of it, it's something we're going to do again because the response has been fantastic. Hey, look at that. My computer, as soon as I said the show's almost over, the computer started working. Hey, Pat, thank you. All right. And then again, thank you, Melissa, for being here and, telling us a little bit about your organization. It's a heartbreaking story, but it's just amazing that she and her family went through something so awful and unimaginable and were able to turn this into something really so positive and just helpful. I don't know, tugs at my heartstrings. I absolutely love it. So I love that we're able to do a little something to help. So the 24th, which is next Saturday, is the Live Like Cameron Sewing for Charity Party here in Palm Coast. We do ask that you bring your own fabric to make the pillowcases. That's what we're making, by the way, pillowcases. And if you can't join us, but you do have some really fun, bright, positive, uplifting kid fabric or just, colorful, fun fabric, feel free to donate that because we will absolutely put it to use and put some smiles on some kiddos' faces. I have cards here for the Live Like Cameron. I have some flyers. I will bring some to St. Augustine. And then again, Denise had asked, but the wish list, because they collect this year round, will be available as well. I think I'm out of stuff. Guess that means I got to say goodbye. You guys have an amazing day. Oh, did I miss something? Nope, we're good. So you guys have an amazing day. I don't have a sign off for this, so I guess what? Here's an imaginary bell. Class dismissed. Bye, everybody. Uh-oh. Hey, hey. Doing well.
Is that my son?
Hold on one sec before I turn this off. I don't want you to be on Facebook. What in the world? Oh, you're good. Come on in. I was just doing the live, so I want to make sure that I'm not still on.
Hello, everybody.
I think I'm off.
What's the name?